What's up, programmer? In this video, I'm going to explain if statements in C++. So, what are if statements? If statements are conditional statements that will perform an action if the specified condition is true. Likewise, if the specified condition is not true, then the program will not perform the action. Now, I am going to show you how to create an if statement in C++. To create an if statement, all you need to do is type if, then type the two parentheses, and then type the two curly brackets in the end. Now, you will want to focus on the parentheses. In the parentheses, you will want to specify your condition. The condition is the most important part of the if statement because it will specify what is needed to run the subgroup of code in the curly brackets. There are many ways that you can specify a condition. In this example, I have created an integer variable, and in the parentheses, I am going to specify that the variable must match this certain number in order to run the subgroup of code in the curly brackets. An important thing I want to let you know is that for conditional statements like if statements, if your condition is to make sure a variable or value matches a certain value, you need to use double equal signs, not single equal signs. The double equal sign is known as the comparison operator. Double equal signs mean that you are comparing values and checking whether the value is equal. Single equal sign is what you use to assign a value to a variable. Now that we have a simple if statement condition going, let's run the program. As you can see, the code in the curly bracket shows up on the console. This is because the condition was met in the parentheses, and as a result, the code in the curly brackets was ran as well. Now, what if the value of our variable did not match the condition? In this example, I will set the value of the variable to be 10. Now, let's see what happens. As you can see, the code in the curly brackets does not show up on the console. This is because the condition of the if statement is checking whether the value of the variable matches the condition. In this case, since the value of the variable does not match the condition, it skips the if statement and the code in the curly brackets does not get compiled. Now I am going to show you some other comparison operators that you need to know. This operator with an exclamation point instead is called a not equal operator. This operator is the complete opposite of the comparison operator, which is with the two equal signs. This operator means that if the code that you are checking for in the condition does not match the condition, then the code in the curly brackets will be ran as well. Again, if the code being checked does not match the condition, then the code in the brackets will be ran as well. Since the variable does not equal to the condition, the code in the brackets will be compiled by the compiler. However, if I were to change the value to be equal to the comparison value, as you can see, the code does not get compiled because the value matches the comparison value in this case, making the statement to be false. Therefore, it does not show up. Comment down below if you found this video helpful so far or you have any questions you want to ask. The third operator you should know is the AND operator. The AND operator, which is represented by using two AND symbols on your keyboard, means that for the condition, both sides of the condition must be met in order for the if statement to be ran. In this example, I created another variable called y, and I set this variable value to be 18. Then, in the condition of the parentheses, I will set it so that the x variable must be equal to 9 and the y variable must not be equal to 10. Both of these conditions must be met in order for the if statement to be true. The code in the curly brackets shows up. This is because the first condition was met and the second condition was met. Fourth operator, which is somewhat the opposite of the AND operator, is the OR operator. The OR operator, just like its name, means that it only needs one of the conditions to be met so that the if statement becomes true. In this example, I decided to change the value of variable y to be 10. Now, when I run the program, you can see that the code in the curly brackets still shows up on the console. This is because in the if statement, one of the conditions was met, in this case with the x variable. Only one of the conditions needs to be true for the if statement to be true if you are using the OR operator. Now, the fifth operator that you need to know, which I will present as a group, is the less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to operators. You may remember using these back in school in math classes, and they also work the same way in C++. In this example, I created 4 conditions in the if statement using all 4 of the math operators. When we run the program, you can see that the if statement is true. This is because in the condition, I wrote that x must be less than 15, or x must be greater than 5, or y must be less than or equal to 20, or y must be greater than or equal to 0. Since at least one of the conditions was met using the math operators, the if statement was processed. Additionally, if you are going to be outputting a lot of text and numbers in your program on the console, you will want to know how to use the namespace method, which can help with certain areas of your code that you have to write. I will demonstrate that in this video, so you want to go watch that video next. Anyways, this is Easy Syntax, showing you programming made easy. Thank you for watching.